On a scale from 1 to 10, how much of a ripoff did you feel like With Love Meghan was of your show, Pamela's Cooking with Love? There were articles saying that these two shows were very similar.
1. I didn't.
You did not, on a scale from 1 to 10, on 1.
No,
you did not see any similarities.
No, I didn't really look, but I mean,
yeah.
I didn't invent cooking shows or
yes.
shows, so I mean,
yes.
She's just doing her thing.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to you, wherever you're joining us from today. You're watching another episode of Daily Diaries Friday, where we come together to reflect, connect, and share stories that matter. It's truly wonderful to have you here as we take a moment to pause and consider the events and people shaping our world, both in big ways and small. Today, our focus is on two remarkable women who have been in the spotlight for very different reasons: Pamela Anderson and Meghan Sussex. Recently, the internet was buzzing with rumours suggesting that Meghan's brand new cooking show was somehow copying Pamela's earlier project. The media, as it often does, tried to stir up controversy, pitting these two women against each other and fueling unnecessary drama for clicks and headlines. But what unfolded next was something truly worth celebrating, a refreshing break from the usual narrative. Instead of rivalry or resentment, we witnessed a genuine moment of grace, understanding, and mutual support between Pamela and Meghan. In this episode, we'll take a closer look at what was actually said, how both women responded with dignity, and why their actions matter far beyond the world of celebrity news. Because this story isn't just about famous faces, it's about the choices we make, especially when the world is watching, and the example we set for others. It's about choosing kindness over criticism and finding ways to lift each other up, even when it would be easier to tear someone down. These moments, though they may seem small, reveal the true character of a person and remind us of the power of empathy and support. So let's dive into this inspiring story of two strong women, a simple act of kindness, and the ripple effect it can have on all of us. As you listen, I invite you to reflect on your own experiences. Think about a time when you chose kindness over criticism, or when someone's support made a difference in your life. Our choices, no matter how small, can ripple out further than we ever realize, touching lives in ways we may never see. Let's discover together how a single moment of compassion can inspire hope, unity, and a sense of belonging for everyone. This is what Daily Diaries Friday is all about: celebrating the good, learning from each other, and spreading a little more kindness in the world. Let's set the stage. Earlier this year, Pamela Anderson launched Pamela's Cooking with Love, a plant-based cooking show filmed at her home in Canada. Shortly after, Meghan Sussex debuted with Love, Meghan on Netflix, focusing on cooking, gardening, and entertaining. Both shows feature famous women, filmed in their homes, celebrating food and hospitality. The media quickly spun a narrative of competition. Headlines asked if Meghan copied Pamela's idea. But cooking shows are a well-established genre. This isn't new territory. Still, the timing and similarities made it easy for the media to frame it as a rivalry. The public waited to see if there'd be a feud or dramatic statement. Would one of them take the bait? The stage was set for drama. But what happened next surprised everyone. Let's see how it unfolded. The turning point came unexpectedly, catching everyone off guard and setting the stage for a moment that would soon be talked about everywhere. It all unfolded during a high-stakes live TV appearance, where every word and reaction was broadcast instantly to millions of viewers at home. On August 3rd, Pamela Anderson stepped onto the set of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, ready for what she thought would be a typical celebrity interview. Andy Cohen, famous for his bold and sometimes controversial questions, wasted no time. He steered the conversation straight into the heart of the supposed cooking show controversy that had been swirling in the tabloids. With a mischievous grin, Andy asked Pamela if she believed Meghan's show was a rip-off of her own, even pressing her to rate the similarity on a scale from 1 to 10, putting her in a difficult position. The atmosphere in the studio shifted instantly. It was a classic setup for drama, the kind of moment that could go viral in seconds. Pamela found herself suddenly in the spotlight, with millions of eyes glued to their screens, waiting to see how she would respond. In that moment, She could have easily fueled the gossip with a single offhand comment, adding more fuel to the already blazing rumour mill. The pressure was intense. One word from her could spark headlines, social media debates, and endless speculation. But Pamela, no stranger to the spotlight or the tricks of the media, kept her composure. She understood exactly how these moments could be twisted and magnified. She faced a choice. She could play into the drama and give the tabloids what they wanted, or she could rise above it and take control of the narrative. The entire studio seemed to hold its breath, knowing that her response would set the tone for everything that followed, both on the show and in the media. What Pamela did next was nothing short of a masterclass in grace under pressure. Her poise and confidence turned a potential scandal into a defining moment. This was a defining moment, not just for Pamela, but for anyone watching who's ever faced a tough question in the public eye. Pamela didn't take the bait. In a moment where many might have fired back or let emotions take over, she remained composed and unshaken, showing the world her signature poise. When asked to rate the similarity, she calmly answered, 1. Her tone was gentle, her expression relaxed, making it clear she wasn't interested in fueling any drama or competition. She explained, I didn't really look, but I didn't invent cooking shows. With a light laugh, she acknowledged the long history of cooking shows, subtly reminding everyone that there's room for many voices in the genre. With that, she dismissed the idea of rivalry and claimed no ownership over the genre. Pamela's words were a gentle nudge to the media and fans alike, encouraging them to look beyond manufactured drama. She added, she's just doing her thing. It was a simple statement, but it spoke volumes about her respect for others and her confidence in her own path. In a few words, Pamela shut down the drama and showed genuine support. Her serenity in the moment was a lesson in maturity and self-assurance. The tension in the studio melted away. What could have been an awkward or divisive moment instead became a showcase of grace under pressure. The audience applauded, and social media praised her for her class. Tweets and posts poured in, celebrating her ability to rise above negativity. Pamela refused to be pitted against another woman. Instead, she chose to uplift and support, setting an example for others in the spotlight. Her answer was confident, kind, and unifying. She reminded everyone that women don't have to compete. They can celebrate each other's successes. She could have created headlines, but she chose peace. In a world hungry for controversy, Pamela's response was refreshingly different. Her response was a powerful reminder. We always have a choice in how we respond. Even in the spotlight, we can choose kindness over conflict. Pamela chose kindness, and it resonated far beyond that moment. Her words lingered, inspiring others to follow her example. She turned a potential feud into a moment of solidarity. Instead of division, she created a sense of unity and mutual respect. This is what leadership and grace look like. Pamela's actions spoke louder than any headline ever could. Pamela's reply became the story. Her calm, thoughtful approach was what everyone remembered. It was a masterclass in handling pressure with dignity, and a reminder that true strength often lies in choosing empathy over ego. Let's take a moment to appreciate both shows for what they truly are and what they bring to the table. Pamela's Cooking with Love is rustic, plant-based, and filmed at her cozy home, focusing on genuine connection, sustainability, and a warm, inviting atmosphere. Meghan's with Love. Meghan is polished, broad in scope, and features cooking, gardening, and entertaining with celebrity guests, blending elegance with fun. Each show beautifully reflects its host's unique style, personality, and passions. They're different enough to stand on their own, each offering something special and memorable to viewers. There's room for both. No rivalry needed, just appreciation for their differences. Both celebrate food, home, and creativity in their own way, inspiring us to enjoy cooking together. Pamela's support came as Meghan's Netflix deal nears its end. With Love, Meghan is just one project in a multi-year, multi-million-dollar partnership. A second season is already filmed and set for release soon. The future of Meghan's show and her partnership with Netflix remains uncertain. Reports suggest the original deal may not be renewed, but new opportunities could emerge. Meghan's show has found an audience and positive buzz, thanks in part to Pamela's gracious comments. The next chapter for the Sussexes in media is still unfolding. For now, Meghan's show continues to inspire. What can we learn from this story? Grace matters. Pamela was prompted to create conflict, but she chose support instead. She reminded us there's enough room for everyone to shine. The media loves to pit women against each other, but we don't have to play along. Pamela's response was a powerful rejection of rivalry. She used her platform to lift up, not tear down. We all face similar choices, at work, in our communities, even at home. We can fuel gossip or shut it down. We can compare or celebrate. Kindness is a choice we make every day. Let's be the ones who support, not compete. Celebrate the successes of others. When we lift each other up, we all win. Thank you for joining me for Daily Diaries Friday. Go into your weekend with grace and kindness. We'll talk again soon.